The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new LetsGoRacingParks.com. Take a ride into this kind of action.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
LetsGoRacingParks.com is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing later this afternoon at Churchill Downs, the 35th edition, Dick, the 35th edition of the Breeders' Cup. And Dick and I will break down the big races for you here over the next 30 minutes. On the racetrack, our local race of the week, an optional claimer from Sunday afternoon. We'll have the Grade 2 Fayette Stakes from Keeneland under national coverage. Could Hofberg finally get that signature win? And Winks is in action again. Could somebody beat Winks?
No.
No? Well, we're still going to watch it. She is one heck of a filly. We'll take a look at that a little bit later on in the show. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing, and my Breeders' Cup friend, Dick Girardi. And, Dick, we got all of the fields yesterday. We're taping on Tuesday afternoon.
Yep.
Now, when you looked at all the fields, did anything jump out at you as a wow moment?
Well, yeah, I mean, Enable is like a wow moment. I mean, she's just so much better than all these horses. She's the most likely winner in the 14 races over the 2 days. But yeah, that jumped out. And the Classic, the fact that there's 14 and the field has won a combined 42 million, that kind of jumped out. I mean, we're talking the last 2 Travers winners, the last 2 PA Derby winners, and as our good friend Trish Bowman just pointed out to us, the last 2 last place finishers in the Kentucky Derby. But yeah, it's a great field, great betting race. You can make a case for half the field or more, so it's terrific. You said Breeders' Cup 35. This will be Breeders' Cup 32 for me.
Oh, that's terrific.
And
Dick,
I'll be there.
You got 14 in the Classic. That's pretty unusual.
It's very unusual. I'm trying to think of the last time that's happened. Even more unusual is that we have 4, count them, 4 horses from Parks. Now, 2 of those races potentially went yesterday. One of the horses on the AEs. So there'll be 3 more today. Parks-based horses in the Breeders' Cup, and I guarantee you that's never happened before.
Well, Dick, let's take a look at the Classic. The 14 Accelerate, the 5-2 favorite for trainer John Sadler, drew the outside gate, drew 14. You think that's actually pretty good?
I do. I mean, if people got excited about that, like in a negative way yesterday, but if you think back, if it was in May and it's the Derby, don't you want to be outside? Didn't the auxiliary gate good? Well, this is the last in the main gate because there's no aux gate, but boy, this horse has had a great year. 5 for 6. Lost 1 race at Oaklawn and barely lost it, has been dominant out in California, swept the big races out there. But there's just a question because John Sadler hasn't won any Breeders' Cup races, and his last race wasn't as good as some of the other ones. But Sadler's saying, look, I wasn't trying to win the last race. This is the race he was trying to win.
And Dick Sadler has some other contenders earlier on in the program, so he might not have to wait to get to the Classic.
Correct, no question.
But Dick, let's take a look at some of the others. How about Catholic Boy? Drew Post 3 opens up at 8-1.
Right, I mean, he'll show speed. Obviously, Mendelssohn will show speed. That's part of the race that's a little harder to figure who's going to be in front. I suspect it'll probably be Mendelssohn. But look, Catholic Boy was great in the Travers. We got the last 2 PA Derby winners. We got McKenzie, who's terrific. West Coast is coming back. And more than anything else, we got Discreet Lover. I mean, what a story. He's got the 13 post. Look, nothing really untoward can happen at this point. They have their Grade 1. They got their win and you're in. They're over $1 million for a $10,000 horse. Anything in the top 4 or 5 would be great for them because it's probably going to be his last race. But Keith, what would happen if? I mean, could you just imagine? He's listed at 20 on the line. He's going to go higher than that,
absolutely.
Because they're just not going to believe in this horse. Nobody ever has, except Uriah St. Louis and his family and his team, and they've always believed in him.
Well, Dick, like you said, a great betting race to close the day. I believe 5:44 is the post time.
Absolutely.
Let's take a look at the sprint because we have a lot of interest in the sprint. That drew a field of 9 at a very contentious field of 9. Dick, I'm not sure I like how the post positions played out here.
Yeah, if in a perfect world for Imperial Hint, you'd rather have him be where Roy H is. You'd rather him be 9 of 9 for a couple of reasons. One, because you get to see everything from out there. And if you remember, he had the 10 of 10 last year, Imperial Hint, and Roy H ended up catching a better part of the track at Del Mar and caught him. My concern is this horse Distinctive B, who's a stablemate of Roy H. He's 2 outside, and he's got a lot of speed. I'm just a little concerned Peter Miller, and they're going to gang up on Imperial Hint because, look, he's the horse to beat. But he might be so shifty and so smooth, he could just get away from all these horses. All I can say is if he gets a clear run, they're not going to beat him. He's that good. And it's not just him for the team parks. We got my man Ned Allard is down there as well with Always Sunshine, who's had a great career. Look, he's never beaten this caliber of horse, but he's earned his way in.
Absolutely.
And why not? He's won $500,000, and he won up at Saratoga. And by the way, our man Frankie Pennington, going for his 5th straight Parks riding title, will ride in the Breeders' Cup. He'll ride Always Sunshine.
We're rooting for those guys down there, but a great sprint race as well. Dick, we'll get to some more of the other races a little bit later on in the program. Let's get a look at our local race of the week. Go out to Sunday afternoon, an optional claimer here at 6 furlongs. At second level allowance condition, claiming price of $25,000. Number 1, Spartacle, is the 5-2 favorite for trainer Mike Pino with Michael Sanchez aboard. Dick, he was a $50,000 claim back in April.
Yeah, you don't see that many $50,000 claims around here, but boy, when that barn claims them, pay attention because that's one of the best we have.
Second choice, number 7, Busted Others, 3-1 for trainer Jamie Ness. He claimed this horse for $25,000 in May and has not been seen since.
Yeah, interesting. That's not a great sign normally when you claim them for that much and they disappear for 6 months.
He's put up some big numbers in the past, but Dick, a little bit of a head scratcher there on Busted Other. Let's get the call. Here's our local race of the week. Spartacle, half mile to go, is in front, 3/4 of a length. Yeah, Rocky tracking second. Now about 3.5 to Red Razzo, who begins to gain down at the inside. Draxhall Woods running on between horses. Winning the medal, moving up 3 wide, heading to the far turn. Winning the medal, quickly goes to 3rd. So rounding the far turn, it's Spartacle in front. Yeah, Rocky continues to be poised on the outside. Winning the medal and Draxhall Woods, both are gaining ground 3rd and 4th. Red Razzo was dropped back 5th. Spartacle is in front at the top of the stretch. Yeah, Rocky try to hang tough. Draxhall Woods on the outside, nowhere to go right now. He'll angle inside with his run. Winning the medal on the far outside, it's Spartacle in front. At 8 to go, Spartacle is kicked away to a 2.5 length lead. Yeah, Rocky is weak, and Draxhall Woods and Winning the Medal both leveling off. Spartacle continues to draw away. They come to the finish. It will be Spartacle. Spartacle will streak home almost 5 in front. Well, Dick, Spartacle, that $50,000 claim, had been in the spot 3 times. Had not really been close yet. A couple of thirds, but they were distant thirds. He ran a big one today. Drew off to win by 5 and paid $7 to win. Draxhall Woods was second. Number 6, Winning the Medal, was third. Spartacle paying back on that claim.
That was extremely impressive, as if there's more where that came from.
Well, Spartacle, Mike Pino winning it better than 26% on the season. He is having a great year. Dick, last year we introduced Ask the President.
Yes, we did.
Not your man Donald Trump. It's our man Sal DeBunda.
Definitely not my man.
But he sat down with Pat Shiraki, the local news anchor, and what is the PTHA? We talk about that all the time.
Well, we're about to find out.
We are. Here's more with Sal.
It's an exciting industry to be part of. And you are really at the heart and soul of the PTHA, the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. What is that association? What does it actually do?
Well, it really basically services the owners and trainers here at parks and the employees of those trainers. We basically put on the show here, which helps us support the local economy in Bensalem and also the state, and provides the jobs that you see here for these people who work here, both in administration and also front side at the track and also here in the barn.
I think that's just another thing that's available on the new website, letsgoracingparks.com, so you can log on and see Sal, and also, of course, more stories from our man Girardi.
Right, my story on all the park sources in the Breeders' Cup leading into the great day today.
Absolutely. Dick, let's get to our first break. We got back here on Let's Go Racing. National coverage. We'll be right back after this.
And here she comes, and the belly roars. Weeks on the outside, moves up.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. Pewter Stable is working hard, looking for the very best runners at all the top sales, and we do claiming partnerships as well. No markup, no management fees, makes our partnerships unique and affordable. Training services also provided for individual owners. Give us a call and see what Pewter Stable is all about. The thrill and fun of thoroughbred racehorse ownership is easier than you think. We are Pewter Stable.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner, low-mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Pennsylvania, proud of our growing breeding and racing industry. Tens of thousands of jobs with a massive economic impact. Now, North America's most lucrative awards program will pay a 50% breeder award for PA-sired, PA-bred maidens who run first, second, or third, with 25% for non-PA-sired PA-breds. Plus, up to 40% in owner bonuses, 400-plus restricted races, and our program has paid out $30 million for the 6th straight year. Breeding and racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing, the national coverage brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. And as our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. We start at Keeneland. It's the Grade 2 Fayette Stakes. It's 9 furlongs for a purse of $200,000. Dick, number 6, Hofburg, 8-5 favorite for trainer Billy Mott, has been in 4 Grade 1 races this year. And his 4 Grade 1 races, those are 4 pretty tough Grade 1s.
No, he's been in the Derby, in the Florida Derby, in the Belmont. Most recently, he was in the PA Derby. Didn't run very well.
No, terrible.
4th beaten 10 really was never a factor. Very disappointing.
Dick, they are really searching for the first signature win here. This would be a Grade 2 here for Hofburg. Number 5, Leofric, is also at 8-5 for trainer Brad Cox. He has been running some very solid numbers. And Dick, he is a Grade 3 winner.
I was at Saratoga when he ran 3rd in the Woodward with our man Kendrick, who, by the way, is on the mend. He sends me some photos every once in a while. He's in rehab. He's making a comeback. But yeah, horse ran great up at Saratoga.
Dick, this was a good stretch fight.
Yes, indeed.
Let's go down to Keeneland. Here's the call.
Prime Attraction, being sent by Kent DeSormo from the rail, takes the lead into the first turn. Leo Frick goes second up on the outside. Nice, not nice. Third toward the rail. Here's Hofburg. 3 wide into the turn, out toward the center of the track, moving up into 4th, just 2.5 lengths off the early lead. Scuba is behind him, then a gap of 6 to Rated R Superstar, alongside of Hentz, who's toward the rail and trails in that 7th position. 24.8 seconds the time for the opening quarter. Prime Attraction, the leader, by 3 parts of a length onto the backstretch. Leo Frick is in second by a length. Hofburg is third to the far outside. Nice, not nice, is 4th against the rail. And then Scuba, gap of 5, Rated R Superstar next to last, and Hintz continues to trail. First half mile in 48.97 seconds. Prime Attraction is the leader. And still, Leo Frick just off the leader's flank in second a length. Hofburg is third to the outside ahead. Nice, not nice, 4th to the inside. Scuba 5th, running 4 lengths off the lead. Gap of nearly 10 to Rated R Superstar and Hentz, and they're midway on the final turn. Prime Attraction to the inside, leads at a half length. Leo Frick is still there in second on the outside. Gap of 2, nice, not nice. Tries to pick up the leaders from third. And then Hofburg, who's 4th and not responding yet to the urging of Jose Ortiz. Leo Frick outside of Prime Attraction. Nice, not nice in third. Leo Frick head in front. Prime Attraction is fighting back. Rated R Superstar and Scuba to the far outside. Hofburg has lost ground. Here comes Nice, not nice, chasing Prime Attraction and Leo Frick. Leo Frick head in front from Prime Attraction. Nice, not nice, still far back third. Leo Frick ahead in front. Prime Attraction is fighting on to the inside at the line. Leo Frick.
Well, Dick, it's Prime Attraction on the inside, Leo Frick on the outside. They've been 1-2 most the whole way, and Leo Frick is going to just get up to win it here by a head. Prime Attraction was terrific in defeat, finishing second. Number 2, Nice, Not Nice was third. Dick, Leo Frick is a very solid horse, and again, trainer Brad Cox just having a terrific season.
He's having an incredible year. He's over 200 wins. I think if Baffert hadn't won the Triple Crown, Brad Cox would be in play for the Eclipse Award. I don't know how Baffert's not going to get it since he did win the Triple Crown, but yeah, Brad Cox is on a roll.
And Dick, what's going on with Hofburg?
That was brutal.
Again.
He just didn't run at all. So I would think he's going to get a lot of time off, or maybe even be bred. He's a son of Tappan, so he's got breeding in his future. But yeah, he just has never fulfilled the promise that he has.
And Leo Frick now is a Grade 2 winner. Dick, let's go out to the West Coast. It's a 3-year-old fillies on the grass in the Autumn Mistakes, a Grade 3 race, $100,000 purse. They'll go a flat mile. Dick, number 4, Ms. Bad Behavior is the 9-5 choice here out of the Richard Baltus barn. And 2 starts back, she ran a pretty solid 4th in the Grade 1 Del Mar Oaks.
Yeah, son of Blame. Who is Blame? Oh, he's the horse that beat Senja.
Second choice, number 5, Toinette, is 2-1 for trainer Neil Drysdale. And Dick, she likes to find the winner's circle.
Yeah, and she is by a hot sire. That would be that Scat Daddy, the sire of the Triple Crown winner.
3-year-old fillies on the grass at Santa Anita. Here's the call.
It's Miss Bad Behavior engaged by Raya. Hayna Greta will sit third, a length off that pair in the 3 path. They're followed out of the stretch by Spring Lily, who's up nice and handy around Streak of Luck. 2.5 lengths to Street with No Name. Toinette blending into midfield around Pulpit Rider, then KP Pergalicious. So High Society just in the front of her as they travel onto the back stretch. Tesora has the black and white colours. West Palm Beach well back in the field. Movie Moment next to last, and the trailer is Flametta. Inside the 5/8 Palmer's Bad Behavior 1 length from Hayna Greta outside Raya. Streak of Luck getting a great trip. 4th on the inside for Smith at the half mile. 3 to Spring Lily, Street with No Name. Toinette out to the 3 path. Has about 6 lengths to pick up, followed by Pulpit Rider. So High Society, Tesora, West Palm Beach. Movie Moment on the inside, and at the rear of the field is Flametta. KP Pergalicious third last. 5/16 to go. Miss Bad Behavior 1 length. Hayna Greta 1 to Streak of Luck on the inside. Looming closer at the top of the lane. Toinette 4th, spotting the lead of 4 at the top of the stretch. 3/16 to go. Miss Bad Behavior from Streak of Luck. Toinette down the outside is coming with her effort. Miss Bad Behavior at the 8th pole, a length and a half. Toinette mowing her down. Toinette gathers in. Miss Bad Behavior shoots to the lead, and Toinette spearing clear, wins well from Miss Bad Behavior, Streak of Luck.
Dick, a lively pace here, setting up for that late runner, number 5, Toinette, in the clear of the middle of the course at 2-1, and rallies to draw off to win by better than 2 at the end. $6.80 to win. This Bad Behavior was second. Dick Toinette now 4 of 6. And another graded victory here.
Yeah, Neil Drysdale's in the Hall of Fame. He doesn't have the kind of stock he once had, but give him a good horse. He knows how to find a winner. So
again, $6.80 the win price there. Dick, we're going to take a look at Winks.
Yes.
We're going to go and see if she can win her 29th. That's an unbelievable number when you think about it. Yeah. And she is racing at the Cox Plate. Has she ever won this race before?
She actually has won it the last 3 years. She's going for 4 in a row. And as our friend Trish pointed out earlier, her streak started when American Pharoah was running.
Really?
That would be 2015.
That's hard to fathom.
There you go.
That's why she's the best.
There you go.
Well, that's why Winks is the best. Let's go and get the call, see if she can do it. 29 in a row.
D'Argento on the inside of Ben Battle. They're not going fast. Rostropovich out 3 deep. Winks is settling a bit closer. Savvy Cope behind those horses. Further back, Avilius the inside, a gap to Humidor, and Kingsville Dream is last of all. Out of the straight, 1,600 metres to run. D'Argento in front by 3/4 of a length. Ben Battle. Rostropovich is 3 wide early. Savvy Cope behind those horses 4th, and they were followed by Winks, who's got a lovely position at the moment. 5th one off the fence, 2 lengths of Villiers, Humidor. Kingsville Dream's going to be pulled up. Kingsville Dream is out of the race as they head to the back section now. 1,250 metres to go, so already some early drama. D'Argento joined by the international raider Rostropovich. A length and a half to Ben Battle, 3rd as they reach the 1,000 metres, and the speed's got a lot better. Savvy Cope is 4th on the inside, 2 for the back as Winks. They were followed by Avilius, and Humidor is last of all. Heading towards the top corner at the 850. It's D'Argento and Rostropovich together. A length and a quarter Ben Battle. Savvy Cope the inside as they reach the 750. Further back is Winks in plenty of air. A length and a half to Humidor, and Avilius the inside is last of all. 600 metres to go in the Cox Plate. Rostropovich just in front of D'Argento, Ben Battle. Now Bowman gets moving on Winks. She's only a length and a half to 2 lengths off the lead, followed by Savvy Cope. Rostropovich just in front of D'Argento, but here she comes, and the valley roars. Winks on the outside moves up, takes the lead from Ben Battle, then Rostropovich and D'Argento into the straight at the 200 metres. It's Winks in front by a length. Ben Battle's going with her. Winks 3/4 Ben Battle. Winks is staving off Ben Battle. Cometh the hour, cometh the legend. Greatness, Winks has done it. It's Equine Utopia.
Well, Dick, we have watched Winks over the years now, and she always comes from way back.
Yes.
She's a lot closer this time.
Yes.
But here comes the rally, and up to win 29 in a row. Dick, I mean, how do you put this into perspective? What she's accomplished
yeah,
here?
you really can't. There's nothing in modern thoroughbred racing that you can even come close to. I mean, 29 in a row. I mean, seriously.
Really?
And I don't know what it is that she's running against. I don't know much about Australian racing, but she's won more Group 1s than any horse in history. Love to see her run somewhere else. That'd be fun. But you know, what the heck? They're winning all these races. She's won like $1 bazillion, and she's fun to watch.
She is absolutely
and
a legend.
it doesn't take a genius to look at her and see with that stride and that acceleration, she could compete anywhere. That much is obvious.
29 in a row for Winks. Dick, let's get to our next break. When we come back, Jockey and Trainer of the Week and more Breeders' Cup talk. Be right back after this.
What a night. Whether you're looking for some rock or some roll, whether this table calls your name or this one, if you're into big hits or big bites, Parks is Pennsylvania's #1 casino with brand new tables and slots, 2 new restaurants, and Excite Center featuring the hottest acts. The best is better than ever. Parks Casino, what a night.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing on this Breeders' Cup Saturday. It's time to give out our weekly awards brought to you by the good folks at the Turning for Home program. Of course, their website is turningforhome.org. Log on and get involved today. Dick, our Jockey of the Week is young Jan Hernandez. Just became a 5-pound apprentice, just lost one of those bumps, so he starts his year. Pretty good time. He'll get to spend most of 2019 as an apprentice here, and he's already winning races, so he's our Jockey of the Week. And Lou Linder, who continues to have a terrific season. He is, I believe, 7th in the standings right now, better than 20%. Lou Linder getting it done as our Trainer of the Week. Dick, let's, instead of race recap, let's get to more Breeders' Cup action. We're going to start with the turf. We briefly mentioned the turf. Now, we've been running out at Santa Anita. The turf course at Churchill Downs obviously is a lot different. And is this turf course more what the Euros see?
It is, but they can win anywhere because they're just so much better than our grass horses. And Enable is one of the best horses Europeans have ever brought to these races. I mean, you're talking about the last 2 winners of the ARC.
Right.
A horse who wins the ARC essentially off a year layoff with 1 prep. John Gosden said she was about 75%. Well, now she's fit. Now she's 100%. I don't think she can lose.
And you have other horses in here. Talismanic, who won the race last year. Robert Bruce and Chad Brown Barn. Waldgeist, another European that draws some attention, but you just think Enable is much the best.
Yeah, I mean, she's going to be odds on, and if you're looking for a free space to get somewhere in a pick 4 or a pick 5, that's as good a place as any to find it.
I can't wait to see Enable, Dick. That's later on in the day. Let's get to the distaff, Dick, and a really interesting renewal here of the distaff. When we look at the 11 runners in here, you get Abel Tasman, who drew the 2, Monomoy Girl, who's on the far outside, when she won the Oaks. Midnight Beast, who was back. Wildcat, Pure Blue Prize. Dick, this is a tough field.
It is a tough field. Abel Tasman is the question mark. Why did she run so poorly last time? Baffert suggesting there was a sickness going through the barn. If that's the case, then she comes back. But we're talking the last 2 winners of the Kentucky Oaks and the last 2 runners-up with an asterisk in the cotillion, because obviously Monomoy Girl finished first and was DQ.
Dick, also a lot of interest I have in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. This is a terrific race. Now, we've mentioned John Sadler. He has the favorite here, number 10, Catalina Cruiser. Catalina Cruiser has not lost yet.
Unbeaten, untested, and I think if he didn't have Accelerate, he'd have been thinking about maybe the Classic, but Accelerate's going to retire. They'll probably, Catalina Cruiser will be their big horse next year. He's really good, really fast, but he's in against a really good, really fast and tested horse in City of Light. And Firenze Fire is not without a chance. The Gallant Bob winner, remember how good he was at a flat mile when he won the Dwyer? He is not, he's going to probably be 4 or 5 to 1, but he's in there. That's a really neat race, the Dirt Mile.
And Bravazzo. D. Wayne
D.
chose
Wayne, my man, he's back.
Dick, the Affiliate Mare Sprint, another big field of 14 14, and when you look at the field, this has to go through Marley's Freedom.
Yeah, Marley's Freedom ran right through the track by us on Travers Day for Baffert. Remember, everything was winning inside. She just whooshed the field 3 deep. And Shamrock Rose, the Pennsylvania bred who won the Raven Run, she'll be a long shot. But hey, look, Parks horses, PA breds, Frankie Pennington, they're all down there. It's Pennsylvania weekend at the Breeders' Cup.
High Red Ortiz gets the mount on Shamrock Rose, who breaks from post 14 to 20-1. And Dick, I mentioned 14 of the Class. You get 14 of the Filly and Mare Sprint. We didn't go. The Mile has 14. The Filly and Mare Turf has 14. I mean, my brain is just going to be on overload.
It's okay to pass on a few, Keith, if you're not sure. And the Turf Sprint, which is totally impossible. So yeah, no, but that's why everybody loves betting on this. Like, I changed the name of this a few years ago. I know the breeders used to finance it. This is the Better's Cup. Yeah. That's what this is, and that's how it's financed now through all the money that's bet on these 2 days.
Dick, there's going to be value all afternoon.
Just got to be right a few times.
Can you find it? Exactly. Dick, let's go to our final break. Wrap it up with do's and don'ts. Be right back after this.
Over the past 30 years, the Mid-Atlantic Equine Medical Center has established itself as one of the premier veterinary hospitals in the country. We built our reputation working on horses of various breeds and disciplines, including Kentucky Derby and Hambletonian winners. Supported by a state-of-the-art diagnostic imaging arsenal, our team performs upwards of 400 surgical procedures every year. You choose a horse because of its heritage. Your hospital should be no different.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing News and Notes. Our final segment brought to you by the great folks at Pewter Stable. Log on to their website at pewterstable.com. Bruce Casella, Trish Bowman with us, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones. Dick, we've talked about it. We had Danielle Montgomery on the show. The raffle draw is later this afternoon for the Arrogate halter and the Songbird halter. We're on early in the morning. They can still log on to turningforhome.org and get involved, or come out here early and get their raffle tickets. A great couple of prizes that we'll be raffling off later today. Dick, we talked about value. We look for the value. Now, when you play these races, do you play part wheels? Do you play the pick threes, the pick fours? How do you go about trying to get your money?
Yeah, it really depends on the circumstance. I basically try to find a horse or horses that I think are going to win throughout the card, and then find the best way to leverage that opinion with whatever bet I think gives me the best chance to make the most money. And you know, look, I think Enable is a free space, as I said. I think Imperial Hint's going to win. I think those are two that you can kind of play around with. Now, they're both favorites, heavy favorites, so you have to find something else. Is it exactas? Is it tries? Is it pick fours? However you want to play it. So that's always the way I look at it. But the most important thing, you better find something that's going to win. The game gets way too complicated if you say, I'm not really sure who's going to win this race. If you're not really sure who's going to win, you probably shouldn't be involved.
Well, Dick, do you have any, I mean, you mentioned some of those favorites. Do you have something that's, I can't say stands out, but something that interests you at a bigger price?
I have a horse in the Turf Sprint, and I think it's literally an impossible race. But in watching the videos that I spent all weekend looking at, there's a mare in there called Chanteline. I just thought she was the most impressive visually of any of the horses I saw at the right price. She's going to be double digits for sure. I'm not guaranteeing anything because that race could play out a million different ways, but that's one horse I would give out as a double-digit price in the Turf
Steve
Sprint.
Glasaris, I think? Is that
Steve Asmussen.
Steve Asmussen.
The right Steve.
Steve Asmussen. And that horse was here. That horse prepped here a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of months ago, so we saw her here. She was terrific, so we will file that one away. Dick, enjoy your time down at the Breeders' Cup. Enjoy your time at the right here at Parks and the windows. That's the best place to come out and bet all the races.
See the Parks horses run at Churchill Downs.
Absolutely. We'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.